Okay, welcome back. Sorry, just clean the lens. Okay, so part two. I just went ahead and ground down these spot welds on this inner structure. I've just decided what I'm going to do is repair this part and over here as well, but I also have to take that structure off so that I can repair this correctly. And I think the best way to do it is to come from the back, and if I want to, I can just lay a piece of metal up against the back of this and then weld to it. Obviously cut away the worst of it, but I think that's what I'll do here anyway. I'm not sure about the rest of it, but what I've put the camera on for is what I use to these spot welds is I use one of these bits. They're for like your rotary tools, and they're quite good because they do quite a flat grind, and you can get it at all different angles as well. So if I needed to get a flat surface like this, I could go like that, or like that, or like that. It's basically got burr all the way instead of a drill bit, because a drill bit's got quite a point on it and it actually goes into this metal. But with this one I can just take away, say, half of the top metal, and then I come through with generally I just get a piece of sheet metal and cut a wedge in it and just give it a slight sharpen, and then it's sacrificial obviously, and then I just put it sort of, sorry, I've got the sun at the wrong spot this afternoon. So if a spot weld is here, I would just put it there and then hit from above, and it'll cut through, and it's very thin. It's not like a chisel where you put this into it and it'll spread it a lot and damage the surface. I know this has damaged it, but generally they stay like that. But anyway, what I was going to show you is, obviously I have to get this out, but in turn this lip will get damaged, because normally what you would do is grind this down, and then you wouldn't have the rolled edge anymore. So I've just cut that. This will have to be a lot more work going on in here, so I'm not too concerned about this just yet. I'll probably have to just fix this little bit. And so what I do is I've worked out a little trick. I'm sure other people do it as well, but you lay a piece of wood up to it. It's very windy today, so you try not to hit your knee, and you basically just whack it, and what that'll do is it'll drive it out of that seam. I'm trying to do this one-handed obviously. Anyway, I'll do it and then I'll bring you back. Alright, so I knocked this edge with the piece of wood, and it doesn't damage it because it's the whole length of that. And you can actually drive the whole thing out without damaging any of the lips. If you look at this as well, so I've got this out in one piece now, all of it's straight all the way along, and it's not damaged at all. That can be, you know, I could probably clean most of that up, that edge there, and then just come in with some little flat pieces and fix this up. That's a lot simpler, and there's a lot less welding too. I've only got really you know, I'll probably just take it to here, so there'll be 2 lines of weld there. But anyway, what happens is it also leaves this whole thing perfect. There's a little bit of repair there, but I may be able to just get a Y wheel in here and then rust treat. I can actually drip the rust treatment down in there, and then I can put some really thinned down paint into it as well, and then knock the piece in there while it's still wet, and that'll go all the way back in, and I won't have to hammer and dolly this at all. But then that also brings me to this. I've now freed up, I'm just trying to get a good spot, I've now freed up the back end of this, and it's a lot easier to work this now. And you can see with those spot welds, I'm actually proud of the surface. So this is actually higher than the metal, so I haven't damaged this metal at all. If I went over that with a disc now, it'd come out perfectly flat, and you would never be able to tell where they came, where the spot welds were. So now I can get in and repair this, and Bob's your uncle. So yeah, I'll keep going and bring you back. Okay, back again. So I skipped ahead a little bit, and what I've done is the back of this is pretty bad, so all of this is coming out. I'm not going to try and pin weld any of this stuff, and so I've just made some quick patches for it, and that's how they are. They'll get hammered, you can just see a slight difference in them, but what'll happen is I'll get them tacked in around here, and then I'll hammer and dolly that so it matches, and then tack it, and then bring the weld around and go from there. But probably cut it out and see how we go. But that wasn't a lot of work just to get to this point. Obviously you've got to know what you're doing to get this far. I don't know what I'm doing, so anyway, I'll keep going and bring you back. Okay, next morning. Just show you some of this steel. So this is the brow of that piece, and you know, it's sort of pretty bad. So there it is on the other side, and you can see how bad it really is. It's very bad. So I got that piece and I just filed away at it yesterday. Sort of got it to, you know, nearly where I want it. I probably took a bit too much there, but I'll work that out. And this is the part that I hit out with the block of wood, and it's very bad as well. So it's good sometimes to see just how bad they are on the back side rather than try and repair it, because you know, from this side you think, oh well, I can just fix that pin weld, just throw a few pin welds in, and then you get over here and you realise just how bad that whole section really is. So what I'll probably do is come in here and just cut that and just rebuild that section just to keep this bit, and probably the same here too, so makes life a little easier. So I'll be able to tackle two sections on this panel at the same time. Anyway, I'll throw a few tacks in this one, just get it where I want it, and then I'll probably do the other one and I'll bring you back. Okay, back again. So I've welded those two parts in, I'm not sure how, actually I haven't welded up here, but there's a little bit of buggerizing around I've got to do here and patching here. So I had the two, I'm going to call them brow pieces, they're basically these two parts here, and up here was a bit compromised as well, so I've put a piece in there. Unfortunately that weld will show, if you can see that original spot weld line, the water sort of sat above it, so I'm going to have to grind that down. I didn't plan on grinding much on this, but sometimes I've got to do it. So and there was a couple of little spot holes here. I've just pin welded very gently and just build up the metal on the surface. I'm not trying to get full penetration. The metal's so thin that you really just blow through straight away, so I'm just tacking and laying on metal, and that'll be good enough for that. This will all get rust treated anyway, so whatever's behind here will get rust treated and then painted. So as long as I can slow it down, at least, that's all I'm worried about. So I'll bring you back when I've got some more done. Okay, back again. I've done that part. I've welded in the back of it, and I finished this edge off, so that's the only one that you'll see. The rest of it will be hidden away behind there, so I'll Y-wheel all this and then rust treat it. And I just have to trim this light fixture slightly more. It's a little bit rough, and there it is. It's not hand sanded or anything like that, so it's just sort of cleaned up a little bit with the stripper disc on the grinder, so it looks a little rough, and I just put some primer on it now to stop it flash rusting. But that's that bit done. I'll probably just work my way around now and continue on with this part. Oh, actually, I better fix this one. I better fix this one up first. So I'll repair that tomorrow. I'll make this part and put it back in there and weld it all up. I'll have to fix this. I'll just put a piece of steel behind here and then weld to it from the front, I think. And rebuild this up, get it in there, weld it up so it's strong again, and then just work my way around. So yeah, that's where that is. I think it looks pretty good considering what it is. So yeah, definitely have to put a little bit of filler over this and sand it down if I want it to be perfect, but mainly I'm just looking to get rid of the rust holes. But it is a little rough, so, but that's okay. The overall shape is fairly good, but there is some low spots that I'll address with a little bit of filler. I think I will make this look nice. So once I've worked, because I'll have to obviously put a little bit of effort into rebuilding this, I'll probably you know, sand it and fill and then actually paint it. And this might be a good test piece to actually buy some of the original paint and spray this up. So that might become part of this project as well, as is actually painting this up, and then maybe even trying to add some of the patina that I've got on this. So maybe I might go forth and get some of the primer as well. I'm still up in the air about how far I want to take this back. Do I want to, this is the original paint here, you can see. It's quite a nice colour. But I don't really know how far I want to go. Do I want to take all of this primer off and sort of bring back what was there, or do I want to leave it and just sort of paint the blue around the edges where I've sort of worked? I'm sort of up in arms about what to what to do. I'm sure you guys can, guys and gals can give me some ideas, but it's sort of very early in the piece right now. But as far as this goes, I think I will bodywork this to an extent. I think it's worthy of it. And yeah, anyway, I'll bring you back in the next one. Give me a comment, give me a shout out, and share it. See you next time.